It's the community. Being surrounded by a group of like-minded individuals. Being part of something bigger than yourself inspires people to work harder, spend more time at work, and just have fun doing it. These are the words of Adam Neumann, controversial founder of the infamous shared workspace provider WeWork. As entrepreneur becomes an ever more fashionable job title, remote working grows in popularity, and employees place greater value on flexibility, WeWork seemed the perfect answer. Set to be the poster boy for tech startups and the gold standard of scalable modern businesses, WeWork has gone from a $47 billion valuation to less than $10 billion in the space of just a few weeks. So how did the future of the workplace become a financial failure and a cautionary tale for future ambitious startups? Here's how it happened. Neumann was born in Tel Aviv, Israel in 1980 and moved to New York when his parents divorced at the age of 7. After 4 years, he, his mother and sister all moved back to Israel. Upon their return, the family settled in a kibbutz, from the Hebrew word for group or gathering. A kibbutz is a collective community in which all labour and wealth is shared by the group. Populations usually span between 100 and 1,000 residents, and kibbutz life will usually centre around agriculture, so the settlement can remain completely self-sustaining. It's highly likely that the communal kibbutz lifestyle provided the inspiration for what Neumann would create 20 years later. After serving 5 years in the Israeli Navy, Neumann was once again back in New York to study at Zicklin Business School, and over the next few years he founded several unsuccessful companies, including Crawler that designed babies' clothes with built-in knee protection. In 2008, Neumann and co-founder Miguel McKelvey started Green Desk, eco-friendly, community-focused shared workspaces. The pair soon discovered that their appeal was to focus on community, not the environment, and so sold their shares in the business to create WeWork in 2010. The simple business plan involved taking out long-term leases on office buildings, typically around 15 years on average, and then subletting these to entrepreneurs and small businesses on a monthly basis. The first shared office space was in the Soho neighbourhood of New York, and investors piled in as WeWork continued to open more co-working space across America. The shared working environment proved popular, especially in dense cities where rents are high and workspace is hard to come by. In 2014, WeWork saw a funding round raise $17 million as it opened its first international office in London. As WeWork grew, the members went from 90% entrepreneurs and small businesses to providing workspace to 23% of Fortune 500 companies. Neumann began to diversify the WeWork brand, launching WeLive 2 years later, offering living space and shared apartments under the same communal principles as WeWork. These living spaces provided just 180 square feet of personal space, compared to the US national average of 450 square feet per person. But the sites also offer access to communal facilities such as a gym, movie room or library, among others, which are not included in the measure of individual space. Neumann's natural charm and charisma won over more venture capital and investment firms, with SoftBank's CEO Masayoshi Son a strong admirer, committing $18 billion to WeWork over a number of years, with SoftBank's CCO even incorrectly noting that this was greater than the GDP of his home nation of Bolivia. 2018 saw the creation of WeGrow, a private elementary school based on the values of entrepreneurship. This is far from your typical elementary school. Their website reads, "Students will learn about the interconnectivity of the universe and nurture their connection with the planet and all living things." Adam Neumann's wife, Rebecca Neumann, was soon appointed CEO, with Rebecca herself quoted as saying, "There's no reason why children in elementary schools can't be launching their own businesses." But WeWork's application to launch its IPO in August 2019 saw the house of cards begin to fall. At the time, WeWork was the largest office occupier in both London and New York, with the company aiming for a valuation of around $47 billion. But in their S1 form, which companies are required to complete before their stocks can be listed in a national exchange, the extent of WeWork's losses was shared and met with widespread scrutiny. It was revealed that the company was losing $2 for every $1 in revenue. Part of the problem was WeWork's 15-year leases on their buildings, while only charging members on a monthly basis to use their facilities, creating a huge disparity between WeWork's future obligations and the revenue committed by tenants. But just as worrying was the behaviour of Neumann as CEO, who had taken out millions of dollars in loans from WeWork, with interest rates as low as 0.2%. Neumann had also spent $60 million on a company private jet and $80 million on 4 personal properties around the country. In September 2019, WeWork's board of directors asked Neumann to stand down, and he agreed. SoftBank then agreed a $3 billion bailout package to help keep WeWork afloat. However, on April 1st, 2020, like a bad April Fool's joke, SoftBank withdrew its rescue package, throwing WeWork's future into the unknown. And that's how it happened. Like and subscribe to see more videos, and comment below with what you'd like to see next, and we'll show you how it happened. Thanks for watching.